baptized was the worst thing I've ever done in my life. Getting baptized as one of Jehovah's Witnesses, that was the start of the Watchtower curse. I'm still fighting for my life against the Watchtower curse. There's absolutely no reason to get baptized because you get all the benefits, quote unquote, of being a witness without having to be baptized. You still get to go to the meetings and be treated with respect, participate in the meetings, get invited to gatherings, and still build up a social network. If you have baptized relatives and friends, they can still be your friend. You get everything you need out of that organization without getting baptized. I felt something change within me. I came up out the water, I went to the bathroom, and I cried. Why was I crying? I don't know. My soul knew I just did something wrong. It wasn't a happy occasion for me. So why did I get baptized? I did it for my mom. I knew it would make her happy, and I was getting so much pressure from the congregation to do it, and I deliberately held off baptism. One, I didn't really know if I wanted to be a witness, but two, I wanted to go to college, and going to college in that cult is frowned upon. I didn't want to be baptized and then go to college and have to deal with, disciplinary action from the brothers, so I waited, and it did seem to make my mother really happy, but I shouldn't have got baptized. I wanted to make myself believe I did the right thing, but all I really did getting baptized is put myself literally under a curse. This is what's different between being baptized as one of Jehovah's Witnesses and not being baptized. You have to take an oath, a Masonic oath. And even prior to that, you have to go through, Watchtower has a set of questions. I can't remember how many. It's definitely over 100. And you go through like this, it's like an interview process to see how far along your Bible knowledge is and how your interpretation of Bible principles aligns with Watchtower. Even during that process, it felt like I shouldn't be getting baptized. But everyone was saying, you're doing the right thing, you're doing the right thing, Jehovah's going to bless you. No, you're going to be cursed. I would not recommend it. So once you go through the interview process and you're approved for baptism, you get baptized at the next, I think I got baptized at my circuit. Do they still call them circuit in district convention? It was definitely a 2-day. It wasn't a big one. And you have to answer 2 questions. Let me jog my memory. Baptismal candidates, please stand. Are you joining Jehovah's Worldwide in association with his worldwide organization? Yes or no? Do you recognize that he's known as one of Jehovah's Witnesses? I can't remember the 2 questions. Good. Bullshit. It is a curse. You get baptized, you have to take an oath. It's actually kind of weird. You stand up in front of all these folks. It's just a small group of you in the front of this assembly hall facing the speaker. You're standing in front of all these folks and you're answering these Masonic questions with a yes. That's a curse. And then you symbolize your dedication to the cult with the baptism, and that right there is it's a soul killer. It kills your soul, and I should have never done it. You know what? I've come to recognize something. I'm all messed up on the inside. I feel like I can't shake something. I really believe I'm cursed from Watchtower, and that in order for me to reverse the spell, I have to disassociate. I have to reverse the curse by writing down and officially sending off my disassociation letter. I still have that title of Jehovah's Witness, and that's not good. I'm starting to see like, oh my God, maybe that's in some way hindering my progress. Now don't get me wrong, I know people who just left. Like they were baptized and they just left, and they're doing fine. They're starting families, they're starting careers, they're getting homes, like they're doing their thing. And then you have folks that was never baptized, right? And the Watchtower influence and spell is so strong on them. They are also like fighting for their life. They to shake these belief systems and to believe in yourself. And that's really what the Watchtower spell is, in my opinion. How it has manifested in my life is I don't do what I know I should be doing because I'm not getting permission from somebody. I'm not getting an okay from someone. Because when you're a Jehovah's Witness, especially when you take it seriously, especially if you're a baptized witness too, go through these mental gymnastics Every decision you make, you go through these mental gymnastics of disapproving of Jehovah. Will this be approved of by the friends in the congregation? How is this going to reflect on Jehovah? You know, you go through all of this. So when you leave Watchtower, there's a huge block of your mental processes that becomes numb and stagnant. Not that you stop thinking, but you have to learn how to start thinking for yourself. You're not thinking in terms of how are the witnesses going to feel about this decision? How is Jehovah going to feel about this decision? What are the brothers going to say about this decision? What is this going to cost me in the long run? Consequences? What about Jehovah's reputation? All of those questions get numbed or replaced. And that is a thought process that you're just not used to. That's the curse of Watchtower. So when it's time, start thinking for self, doing what's right for you. The only thing we have to really ask ourselves is this something I need to do? Is this something I want to do? Am I going to hurt others? No, then do it. But you grow up never thinking that way. It's never about you. You never rely on your own understanding because the heart is treacherous. Who can know it? Bullshit. It's a curse. And you know what? I don't need this Jehovah's Witness label anymore. Seriously. I kept it again. Why? Because of my mom. I want to talk. I like being able to communicate with my mother at least sometime, even though the communication isn't the same. But I'm still holding on to Watchtower for her, and I'm going to have to let it go because I need to find a way that makes sense to me. I'm not saying it's a science to it. I'm not saying it's 100% guaranteed, but to me it makes sense that if I took all of those steps to be officiated by Watchtower, I need to take the steps to be unofficiated by Watchtower. That way I can reclaim my own identity. I don't want to be a Jehovah's Witness anymore. I don't worship Jehovah. I don't worship a God, and I damn sure wouldn't worship a male one. And I don't want that title. I just want to be me. I just want to be D. I just want to be myself. I don't want that label. I got enough labels. I'm black. I'm a woman. I have enough titles and positions to deal with, and they're pretty strong titles to contend with in today's world. I have enough. No, I don't want to be a Jehovah's Witness. I did that. I'm not going to say I did it for the wrong reasons, but I didn't get baptized for myself. Oh, here's another thing. What else spurred me on to getting baptized was I felt bad about liking who I liked. I felt bad and confused about my sexuality, and I just felt so dirty and shameful. And I figured if I just really focus on being a good Jehovah's Witness, on being a good worshiper of Jehovah, then I won't feel this way. Because I felt dirty. And that's what Watchtower banks on to get people in there. And what I should have been doing, I should have been living my life. As soon as I was of legal age, I should have just said, I love you, mommy, you know I do. I'm going to be here for you the rest of my life. The rest of your life, I'm going to be here for you. But I'm not doing this. If you want to be a witness, you think being a Jehovah's Witness saves your life, I love you and I appreciate you. I don't care what church you go to, I'm going to always love you. But I'm going to live my life my way. I'm going to love who I want to love. I'm going to go do the things I want to do. I am going to go to school. I am going to go for these jobs. I am going to get the promotions. I want to do these things. I am going to go play sports. I am going to go make music. If you or the witnesses or Jehovah don't like it, I just don't care. I don't give a damn. This is my life. I get this experience once. I'm not about to be sitting in no Kingdom Hall for the vast majority of my precious time listening to this bullshit that don't make sense to the average person because it don't make no goddamn sense. I don't want to run away from the world. That's what a lot of people use Watchtower and other religious cults for. They want to run away from the reality of what's going on. And I feel it. I understand it. It is a safe haven. You don't have to deal with facts of life as often when you're in a cult. But what kind of life is that? Your whole life is on mute. Being a Jehovah's Witness, if you're getting baptized, or just even being affiliated with them at all, your life is on mute. You don't have a life. Your whole life is being a witness. And then once you get baptized, the pressure is really on. You know, you have to uphold this ambiguous standard. It was all for nothing. I should have never got baptized. My worldly siblings have more access to my mother than I do. They never get asked if they're an apostate. You see the bullshit you got to deal with when you get baptized? Don't get baptized. I don't want to tell nobody what to do, because I'm not going to be responsible for anyone else's life. You make your own decisions. I don't recommend baptism. If you are like a young person and your parents witnesses, wait it out. If you go into the Kingdom Hall and you're associated with witnesses because, I don't know, maybe you're in some type of financial trouble, right? Or maybe your family goes or whatever. Listen, don't get baptized. Don't even listen to them when they talk about it. Go along with it. Play along with them. Like, oh yeah, I really have been thinking about that. Say something, and then just I would, if I could go back in time, that's what I would have done. I would have just kept going to the meetings as long as I needed to, because in my mama's house you had to go to the Kingdom Hall, or you wasn't gonna have a place to stay. And that's what Watchtower instructs parents to do. They instruct parents. Now, Watchtower is going to say it's loving guidance, it's loving counsel and discipline, but it's not to financially abuse your children because they don't want to go to your church. That's wrong. Knowing goddamn well your children are dependent on you. Your children did not choose to be here. You had these children. They need a place to stay and food to eat. Oh, I would take that away if you don't go to the Kingdom Hall. Well, what you supposed to do? So if you in that situation, keep going to the Kingdom Hall. It don't make no sense being out here in these streets. After Kingdom Hall, you ain't got to pay attention. You can block out the whole meeting. Don't be studying. Don't be wasting your goddamn time. Just get to your schoolwork. Develop your hobbies. Meet people. And keep the friends and them elders at your goddamn business. And do not get baptized. That's what I would have did. I would have said whatever I needed to say to get by. And then as soon as I was in a position to cut out, I would have cut out. Deuces, I'm going to live my life. And if you want to be a part of it, you got my number. It wrecks your soul. It wrecks your confidence. Being attached to Watchtower takes every good thing you ever could have been. And it goes right back into Watchtower, right back up to them goofballs that's running it, and they get to eat off of you. They get to have nice places to stay. They get to have flights all over the world and wear nice suits and have fucking nice jewelry and have all the freedom in the world, because I promise you this, them mother suckers at the top ain't taking this shit as seriously as the minions at the bottom who really are buying into it. They up there, I can guarantee you, man, you got them brothers that's up there, they drink, they do whatever they want to do. They drinking, they fornicating, you know what I'm saying? They got their cigars, you know what I'm saying? They smoking, they, you know what they doing? They doing what they want to do. They living their life feeding off of the energy of you, us, me, the witnesses, the participants. And then you get baptized thinking you're doing the right thing, but you get punished severely. That's another difference between baptism and not being baptized. At least if you're not baptized, you have more of a softer landing spot if you choose to pull away further from Watchtower. But once you baptize, it ain't no soft landing. You gotta either stay in that for life, or you're gonna crash hard when you leave, because everything you know, everyone you know, every resource you have is attached to Watchtower, and they will drop you like a bad habit because you want to make your own decision on how you want to live your life. It's torture. I should have never got baptized. Why did I get baptized? Trying to be a good girl, trying to feel like I'm doing the right thing, and trying to please others. No. That's why I'm so adamant about like cult survivor, because just to think that people are just out here in this world wanting to control other people's lives, it's sickening to me. It's like, what the hell is wrong with y'all? Why do you want to control somebody else? Why? Why do you feel a need to have power to be able to tell somebody else what to do over their life? What kind of kick you get out of that? I don't get it. I don't like being in charge of people. I don't like being responsible for individuals. That's why I have a management degree, and I am not in management. I do not have children. I don't want to be responsible for other people's life. It's hard enough on my own, and I just want to be left alone. I'm thinking that's what everybody else thinks. No, boo-boo. You got people out here right now to this day forming cults left and right. Want to go into other people's life and tell other people what they can and cannot do and to be a part of a little goofy group. Man, y'all go ahead with that dumb stuff. Please go ahead. I'll never be a part of no goddamn man-made cult again. Don't tell me what to do as if you have the answers. You do not have the answers. No one does. Everybody assumes what happens when we die. You don't know. You don't know. It just seems like this life is just a big old experiment, and there are so many people willing to rule and ruin others for their own benefit, i.e. Watchtower. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, a donation if you want. If not, don't worry about it, shawty. I don't run no cult. Choose better, y'all. Keep choosing better. Keep making incrementally positive actions in your life. Slowly but surely. Just choose better. And until next time, peace.